Hey everybody, I'm your girl, Genuinely Divine, coming at you today with a video all about love compatibility. This is a requested video. This is love compatibility for the sun sign Gemini men with the sun sign Libra woman. Is it a match made in heaven, or is it a match that heaven rejected? Stay tuned and I will give you my analysis on this love compatibility. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, and welcome back. This is exciting. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with this whirlwind of a love. Okay, starting out, you have Gemini and Libra. They're both air signs. Okay, what happens when air meets air? Okay, you get a whirlwind, and when they're angry, that whirlwind it turns into violent wind, so you get a hurricane. Okay, so you definitely don't want to get each other upset with each other. All right, Gemini actually is ruled by the planet Mercury. Mercury is a very intelligent planet. It is a very fast moving planet. It is a very young planet, very youthful planet. Okay, so Geminis are very communicative. You know, all air signs are communicative. They like to talk, they like to socialize, they like to be out and about and doing things. Geminis really love to communicate. Mercury is also a planet of communications. Okay, Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and abundance. Okay, and it's like Libras are the type of people, with them being an air sign also, they're very sociable. They love beautiful things. They're beautiful. They're in love with love. Libra of all people are in love with love. Libra rules the 7th house actually, and the 7th house is all about relationships, and so Libras love togetherness. Okay, so when these two come together, these two air signs come together, it is like a love that is crazy beautiful. I like to think of the movie Cinderella. I like the one with Whitney Houston and Brandy in it. When Cinderella actually get an opportunity to go to the ball and dance with the prince, the song that they were singing, it was like they kept spinning and spinning, and it felt like the room had no ceiling and no floor. That's the type of love that Gemini and Libra create together. It is beautiful. It is like they're flying on cloud 9. Now, there are some hiccups, little hiccups that comes to all of us in our relationships. It doesn't matter how great our relationships are, we still run into some hiccups, right? So let's get into how these two meet each other. Usually, because both of these signs are very sociable people, Gemini loving to communicate and can do it over drinks, Libra really loving to socialize and show off how gorgeous and beautiful she is and her fashion sense. So I can almost assure you that these two will meet at a social gathering. They can meet at work. Work is social gathering also, although we don't look at it like that. We're just like, shoot, I'm just going up and get my money, get my papers, and get up out of here. I don't like these folks. But at the end of the day, it's still a social gathering, because you do socialize. Also, they could probably be a club, just anywhere, a bar, anywhere where there's other people. I just feel like they're gonna meet in a place where other people are around. Okay, it just won't be just this little private setting. They walking up to him in the park and saying, oh, hey, whatever, you know. I really believe it'll just be a social gathering, because these two social butterflies are always out and about Gemini is the same. They love these two, Gemini and Libra. These two, you guys have a lot in common. You guys are very similar, very similar. Both air signs, both very sociable. That's what air signs have in common. They're all very sociable. They love to talk. They love to socialize. They love to be around people. The difference between these two air signs is Gemini is mutable and Libra is cardinal. Mutable signs such as Geminis are the type of people, they just kind of like go with the flow. They don't really like to upset the flow. They just kind of like let things flow. If they're flowing, cool, good, or whatever, they're not the one to upset the flow, okay? Then you have Libra, which is a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs are initiators. They're the type of people, like they're always taking the initiative. So they're like leaders. They like to take control and be in charge. So having a cardinal sign with a mutable sign is actually awesome. Also having Mercury with Venus is awesome. Mercury and Venus, they're friends. They be chilling in the sky, baby. Hanging out, socializing, partying, getting their drink on, okay? So these two signs, Gemini and Libra, have a lot going on. They match each other when it comes to element because one's cardinal, one's mutable. One wants to be the boss, takes charge. The other one just basically go with the flow. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? In a relationship? Oh yeah, you bet. That is awesome, okay? And also Mercury and Venus are like best friends. So like these two can be like the best of friends. And some of them were probably friends before they were lovers. Maybe they were just really cool and just hanging out and always talking to each other, and they really like each other's vibe. And then they were just really cool, just chilled for a while. Then all of a sudden it's like, Gemini's thinking like, I really like this girl, you know, because she's very bubbly, upbeat, and she's beautiful, and she's not stuck up and snotty, you know, she's snobby, and she talks a lot. And yeah, it's gonna like strike up something, you know. So Geminis are the type of people where they can actually date someone not just based on what they look like. Usually it's like Geminis want to date somebody where they feel like they can talk to them. Of course, they want someone that's attractive. Everybody does. But Geminis are more inclined to be with someone that is very communicative because that's something that they need. They need someone that they can communicate with. Libras are communicative, okay? They love to communicate. They love to talk. And so these two get together, they can talk for hours and hours and hours and never shut up. And they're constantly coming up with things to talk about. So awesome friendship between these two. Moving on into the love section of this relationship could be incredibly awesome. Gemini can sometimes become a little impatient with Libra's indecisiveness. Libras don't know what they want. I was married to a Libra, okay? So Libras sometimes, they don't always know what they want. They're iffy. One minute, oh, I want this, and then the next minute, no, I changed my mind. I don't know, you know. But Gemini, you definitely have to be patient with your Libra. And Libra sometimes can get a little bit bothered with Gemini's flirtatious ways. You know, Libras can be flirtatious too, but not to the point of how Gemini is. Libras are just more sociable than they are, and they just rather socialize with guys. Like Libra women would rather socialize with guys more so than girls. And then Gemini are just the type, they are actually flirting. They're just like very flirtatious, you know? So with that being said, you guys can irritate each other on each end. Libra irritating Gemini with her indecisiveness, not knowing what the hell she wants. And then Gemini irritating Libra with all this flirting and playing and showing another woman more attention than her. She can't take that. That is, please don't do that, Gemini, okay? If you are doing that, please watch it, because I don't want to see violent wind, okay? Because if you guys get angry with each other, that whirlwind is going to turn into a hurricane, okay? Because it's going to get violent. Just let it be peaceful, okay? Just let it be cool. So yeah, also with Libras are the type of people, they're the type of people, they're very strategic, you know. They look for long-term relationships. They like to be in long-term relationships. They like to be with people that can do things for them, that can take care of them and make sure that they do receive all that love and abundance that they crave. You know, their ruling planet is Venus, all about love and abundance. They want someone that can take care of them. So Libras are the type of people, they can be in a relationship with someone that they may not be 100% in love with that person, but because that person can provide them with the stability and with that comfort of materialistic things that they need, then sometimes they will just, you know, they'll go for it. So you'll know, like, when a Libra is really, really into you, a lot of times when they're really into you, it's just like they are the type of people who will, they will show you by, being out with you, being seen out in public with you, being that type of person ready to work and work with you to gain material status and that abundance, whatever it is that you guys are trying to do. You will know that a Libra. But if the Libra comes at you from the start, basically wanting something, wanting you to provide for her, then a lot of times she's not looking at you. She's probably looking at your assets. Libras are very fair type people though, but at the same token, they don't feel like they're cheating you, because in all actuality, if they're giving you their time and affection, then in all actuality, if you give them something, it's just an exchange. It's not being unfair. So yeah, go with it, Gemini. So Geminis, like a lot of times with Geminis are really, really hard to pin down to a relationship. Geminis like to have fun, you know. I mean, of course, you know, guys, I am talking about super duper Geminis and super duper Libras. And how do you become super duper Libras and Geminis? It is when you have more than your sun sign in Gemini or Libra, okay? You got to have other personal planets, such as like your Mars or your Venus in Gemini, which will make you a super duper Gemini or a super duper Libra. If you have your Venus, your Mars, or your Moon in any of these signs, that will make you more have more of these traits, because there are more to factor into a love compatibility opposed to just the sun sign, okay? So also, if your sun falls into the 7th or the 8th house also, you know, that would kind of make you a really super duper Gemini, especially, or Libra, especially when it comes to relationships, okay? So just wanted to put that out there. So you definitely have to look at other factors. The sun is just a sketch of what your personality or your love compatibility can actually turn out to be. All right, so yeah, back to it. Yeah, so yeah, definitely Geminis are the type of people, they're very hard to pin down. Geminis are, all air signs are usually kind of hard to pin down, with the exception of Libra. Libra is like the one air sign that is really ready for a relationship. But let me tell you the trick to Libras. Libras, they're in love with the idea of love. And they're also air signs, which means they like to be free. So they have this confusion within them. That is why they're so indecisive, is because they want love and they want togetherness, because that's their nature, okay? But at the same token, they want to be free. So it's like a constant battle with them, and they're always trying to balance the scales, okay? So they're very indecisive because they don't know what to do. And a lot of times when the scales are unbalanced, you get an unbalanced Libra, a Libra who don't know how to make a decision, okay? So in the relationship with this love compatibility, that can definitely be a major problem in the relationship. Because Gemini, if Gemini do make a decision to settle down with someone, he really wants to know that he is safe. It is safe to instill his heart, or to give his heart to this woman, to this Libra woman. He wants to know that it's okay, because Geminis, they're the same as Libra, just a little bit different. Geminis hate to make a wrong decision. So sometimes they avoid making decisions altogether. So they both have this thing about making decisions. Decisions being made in this relationship can be very frustrating between the two of them. But what saves this relationship is that Gemini is go with the flow type person. So they'll be okay if Libra initiates something and Gemini is cool with it and no big issue or whatever, then okay, things can move really, really awesomely in this relationship, okay? So you guys would definitely want to establish common grounds when coming into this relationship. Everything else in this relationship can really flow really well. You know, when it comes to your household, like when you guys actually live together, get married and things of that nature, when it comes to like the bills, taking care of the bills and things, I would say that Libra in this compatibility would definitely be the responsible one to take care of the bills, because Libras are a little bit more stable minded than Gemini. Gemini is still have a very young mind, very youthful, and so sometimes, and they're very pleasurable. It's a pleasurable sign. Both signs are pleasurable, but in different ways, and I will get to that. Geminis like to hang out with their friends over drinks. They like to have drinks and just really have a good time, just, you know, but also spending money. So sometimes they will let their fun take over, you know, their responsibilities. Instead of them taking care of their responsibility, they're like, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I can just buy this right now, whatever, and take care of this later, whatever. But then Libra is a pleasurable sign also. They love pleasure. They love beautiful things. They like to purchase beautiful things. But Libras like beautiful things such as in their home, their clothing, their home, and things of that nature. So when it comes to matters of the home, like taking care of the bills and things of that nature, they're not going to allow their home to go away. This is a part of their abundance. This is part of their beauty. So they're not going to not pay the mortgage. They're not going to not pay the electricity bill because they can't see their beautiful couches and their beautiful paintings on the wall. So I would definitely say that Libra will definitely take the initiative in this compatibility to make sure all the bills are taken care of, okay? Gemini, on the other hand, I do believe that Gemini would be a great provider. It's just that being able to, they're able to make money, but sometimes being able to apply money where it needs to be applied, and you know, applying it responsibly is sometimes a task for Gemini, but you guys can do it. But and also it does, other things have to, you know, be factored in that's in your chart for a more personal, accurate reading, okay? But usually, yeah, Geminis can make lots of money because they're usually pretty talented, hard workers, you know, yeah, really good people when it comes to working and things. So also when you guys have kids, I can see this compatibility, having kids, whatever. Gemini will probably be that really fun, down to earth, playing with all the time parent, just really having a good time parent. And then Libra will probably be a little bit more on making sure they have great morals and just really being that type of person, like that, just really a wholesome type person, just really teaching them the ways of life. And Gemini will too, but Gemini is really not focused a lot on that because Gemini is young himself. So Gemini is just really wanting kids to be free and just really enjoy life, you know. That's how Geminis feel. Libras is a little bit more strict. They like some type of structure when it comes to their family life. this is the type of relationship I see, you guys. Libra will probably be the one to make sure that every day you guys have a sit down dinner. That will probably be big for her, where you guys, no cell phones, no TV, no anything, just family time, just togetherness, because Libras love togetherness. That's all they want. So at dinner time, we're all gonna sit down, we're gonna have dinner, and it's gonna be just us, and we're going to talk about your day. What happened today? How was your day? What happened? You know, just how was it? You know, how can we improve this? You know, whatever. Just family time. Family time is going to be really, really big in this compatibility, especially for Libra, okay? Gemini is going to enjoy it, but sometimes Gemini is going to get a little want to move around, because Gemini likes to move around. Don't get it twisted now, Libra does too. Air signs do not like to be confined. Neither one of you guys like to stay in the house. Both of you like to be sociable, but at times Libra have to have that togetherness. And if you guys are a family and you guys have children, you guys are going to have that family time. That's going to be really important in this compatibility, okay? Moving on to the bedroom. Bedroom. Yeah, let me tell you about this. Now, this bedroom thing is kind of big with you guys, because, you know, Gemini got all this dual activity going on in his head. I can definitely, Libra is very passionate and just down for whatever. Libras don't play. Libras are like freaks. Oh my God, you are gonna have some 50 shades of gray going on in your bedroom. Yep. Yeah, y'all probably gonna have some chains and some whips all up in the bedroom, always playing, role playing, some slaps, pop, pop, pop. Not just the fanny, but also sometimes you guys may get a little crazy up in there, because Gemini don't like to be bored, Libra don't like to be bored, and they're air signs. They're down for whatever, okay? If you name it, they claim it, okay? So yeah, it could be some fun up in there. So you guys are pretty kinky. Libras are really kinky, really kinky. And Gemini go with the flow. So whatever Libra does, Gemini joins in. So if Libra says slap me, choke me, then Gemini is going to join in, and he will oblige her, okay? So definitely some fun in the bedroom for you guys. Definitely. But yeah, overall, you guys, I would definitely give this love compatibility a match made in heaven. As long as you guys remain true to one another, you guys establish common grounds with one another, remain communicative with each other, remain freaky with each other, and most of all, remain friends with one another, your relationship can stand the test of times and can last a lifetime. I hope you guys enjoy my analysis on this love compatibility. And until next time, I wish you much love, peace, and many wonderful, wonderful blessings. Bye.